Every Saturday, Dad, can we talk? I have young minister, man, the homie, man, Mr. Shaw Ray in the building. And we got a special guest in the building today as well, man. So y'all don't go nowhere, man. Keep it locked right here. Until then, I got Lecrae, Ty Dolla Sign, the blessings. Don't go nowhere, y'all. Keep it locked. I got a big guest in the building, so don't go nowhere, y'all.
Man, I was listening to it. Yeah, I'm gonna go live on my page.
Okay, no, yeah,
And he'll be live on his.
Okay. Does the beat have like a Facebook page?
Does the beat have a Facebook? I think the beat does have a Facebook page, right?
Yes.
WMPT.
I can give the URL, which is it's just Facebook / the beat 901. That's our beat page.
Okay.
But what you doing? Tags?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, yeah, bet. Cause I'm gonna say, I'm sure you know about the page he has for this show, right?
The
You tell him about that.
Talk.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do that one.
Well, I mean, you can do both. I just said I didn't know if
I'ma
he had
tag
told you about
y'all.
that. What's going on out there, y'all? We about to get started in a minute, man. We got the homie in the building, baby. I ain't want to let the people know it was. I want to let you do the introduction and shot. Glass house in my line. Hold on.
While we listen to that Glass House, what? That's it right there, boy.
Yeah.
That's that real.
Yeah. That's that grown folk music right now.
Man, I listened to that jump about 20 times yesterday. I was at work.
Might have some issues, bro. Where you sent me this from? I'm not seeing
Music?
that. Yeah. It's MP3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't popping up for you?
It is, but it's not. It's popping up like it's a different kind of file.
Let me see what I do.
What's up with that? Copy it and see. It says type of file.
You can you play Spotify?
Spotify.
If you can, you just go to Spotify and play it.
No, I have to have the actual.
Okay. All right. Let me do it for you.
What is that? Where is that? Let's see if it's the same one right here.
I'm surprised it's coming up like that though.
That's crazy.
Both other files?
Yeah. So this computer, I don't think so.
I'm not sure what I see.
It'll probably go
See how
here.
mine
Yeah, it says, the file type, it says file. I've never seen that before. It doesn't say, any other extension. Usually it would be MP3. But it has to be MP3 for me to play it.
Alright.
And that's not even a problem. I can usually, I might be even, let me see if I can convert it real quick. But when I convert files, I have to know what kind of file it was from. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. I'm gonna shoot it to you from my Google Drive.
Bet. That'll work. I mean, I could definitely do it while we're talking, so that's not a big deal. I just want to make sure I got music to play. That's the biggest thing with artists, you know what I'm saying? I got to have your music, because people gonna listen and they can like you all they want, but they want to hear what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You got to have some kind of product for them.
What's the email I'm sending it to?
It's DANIEL dot my last name Jerkins. So Daniel.Jerkins and then the number 3. Daniel.Jerkins3 at Gmail.
Alright, DANIELJERKINS.
Yes, but put a dot in
Yeah,
between.
got that, got you.
Yeah, and then
Tell me if
3.
you got it. I just sent you the you may have to
Refresh.
what was the other song I had said, bro?
My lane.
That Glass House is in my lap. We'll go right here. We go. Bill, perfect.
That's it coming up.
Yes,
Alright,
sir.
let me shoot you my link,
My dog. Set that up. And I'm, there we go. I know that. And we can play, just let me know how y'all want to do it. Like, which one y'all want to play first or whatever, so I can make sure.
You gonna play that one since we got ourselves?
Play, Glass Houses first?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go on first, because I want y'all to introduce it.
I just sent you my link.
Got it. Glass Houses.
I'm live. 3, 2, 1. Bang, bang.
Y'all finna get live too.
Boom.
All right.
What up, Facebook? We got D King live in the building.
All right.
Dad, can we talk?
There we go. All right, you read that bit, dog? I got you too, bro. I'll make sure we play you too. Definitely play you on the local artist show.
Appreciate it.
Definitely get you in there. All right, fellas. No further ado, man. That's all. That's my bad. We good.
Let's see.
Yo, what's going on, Gainesville? It's your boy Jerk Jerkins right here on WBT 90.1 FM The Beat. 2 o'clock Saturdays. Y'all know what time it is. Dad, can we talk with our young minister, Mr. Anthony Rashad Ray? Now, matter of fact, what's up? What's up, man? Let the people hear your voice and these. My bad, but I'm doing all the talking.
It's all
over
good.
here.
It's all good. It's
We still getting it together over
yeah.
here.
It's a good Saturday, man.
Right,
so
right.
we I'm ready to get it in, get into some fatherhood talk.
Right, that's what I wanted to do.
But,
Kind of give the people a synopsis of why we do this show.
Yeah. We definitely y'all know why we do it. Dad, can we talk? We getting dads in the process of we gonna talk. We gonna have some real conversation. We gonna talk with each other. We gonna really put it all out there, man. Put it all out there on the line, man. You know, I think that's what we don't do enough. You know, we don't do enough of talking with each other, sitting down like grown men and really having real conversation. So we're gonna do some of that today. And then we got my boy D King in here in the building.
All right.
Gainesville's own D King, you know. So we gonna go into some Christian hip hop today, man. We gonna talk about some hip hop. We're gonna talk about the industry of CHH. And a lot of people might not know about CHH or even agree with it, but we gonna talk about that today, man.
I love that. So, hey,
I want to get it in.
First of all, you already mentioned we got D King in the building. I want to say thanks for coming through, big dog.
Facts. Happy to be here.
Definitely, to me, you one of our legends and pillars of the hip hop community around in this community, man. And
I'll take that.
Definitely done held it down for us ACR, Lockwood County Wrestling, for over a decade, I'm sure, right?
Well,
when was
well,
Blood certified? That was my introduction to you.
Okay, all right. That was my first actual.
That was
official
over
album.
10 years ago, right?
Yeah, that was 2007.
Yeah.
No, 2000.
I bumped
Yeah.
certified.
I put out my first mixtape 2006. So yeah.
Oh man, I'm sure you had the wherewithal way before that too.
Yeah.
So hey,
yeah.
I'm sorry. We're gonna definitely get into that. We ain't got to
okay.
it yet. I'm just trying to. I want you, Shad, really, if we could, because for the people who out there who haven't heard or don't know my homie's lyrical prowess over here.
Yeah.
I want them to hear the music real quick. So could
Yeah,
you introduce our record that we're gonna be playing?
First record we got is D King, Glass Houses.
Okay.
I want y'all to really listen to the lyrics of this song, man. I listened to it about 30 times yesterday after bruh sent it to me, man. It really hit me in a real place, because I mean what he's talking in the record is real, and you might hear Christian rap or Christian hip hop and say, oh, that ain't for me. I promise you it's for you. It's this record for everybody. It ain't just for the Christian people. So listen up, man. Really don't hear the beat. Hear them lyrics along with the beat.
Right.
Hear the message in it.
I always tell people, like, when you go to the club and you hanging out, even if you at like a cookout or something like that, you ain't really listen to the words. You ain't dancing to the words.
Yeah.
You know,
Vibe.
but it's times like this is when you can really you know, break down lyrics, and when you ride in your whip, when you ride your friends, this is where you need to be listening to them lyrics. This is when. So I always say that. So with no further ado, man, D King, Gainesville, Latcher County's own, little Archer's own. Let me get
LA, yeah. Make sure you throw that out there, bro.
Definitely.
LA, yeah.
LA's own, man, with Glass Houses. I'm psyched to hear this.
Let's get it. What's up, Facebook, man?
Facebook, what's up, baby? Make sure y'all send all questions, man.
I can focus on what I can't change, but that won't change the thing, will it? Nah. Just give me the same feelings, you know. Fear, doubt, frustration, and hopelessness. Have me feeling like, how am I supposed to cope with this? On the outside it's all good, but deep down I just can't shoulder it. Peek behind my curtains, you probably see all my brokenness. And I bet you judge my holiness. Tell me I ain't holy. The thorns I got on my side ain't the same thorns you been rolling with. Nah, never mind that every Superman has got his kryptonite. Delilah, for the Samson better watch me lay your head tonight. It's funny how compassion grows for those who can't identify. Your issues ain't my issues, so it's hard for you to empathize. We almost run this race, some will finish at a different time. You can judge my pace and you can focus on your finish line. It gets hard for me to see mine. Trust the one who got me in. He promised never to leave, so I won't let that stop me. And just not to be judged first. From the dust you came into the dust you shall return. Glass house, you should never go stars, never go stars. They deal without saying the cash is stones. Sometimes I feel like I'm living in this big house alone. Glass house, you should never go stars, never go stars. See the sinner and the sin are different. I know you think that we the same, but that's a misconception. Let me explain. I've lied, but I'm not a lie. Lusted, but I'm not lust. I've made mistakes, moved in haste, misplaced trust. But when God sees me, he sees his image. Washed and covered by his blood while I was born forgiven. Call that redemption. No, I don't deserve it, but nobody's perfect. So I take my breath with gratitude. Without it, I'd be worthless. Yeah, there's more beneath my surface, but you won't know it till you get to know me. If I stumble, pray for me. Don't be so quick to call me phony. Am I human? I'm a hypocrite. Let me ask you, are you human? Or are you hypocrite? Be honest, tell the truth. Do you smile? When you feel sad, say I'm good. When you feel anything that Jesus turn his head when you complain and you get mad, but take that same finger you pointing. Get that dust out of your eye. We all need grace to run this race. If you need it, then so do I. That's how it's not to be judged first. From the dust you came into the dust you shall return. Glass house, you should never go stars. If you without seeing the cash is stones, sometimes I feel like I'm living in this big house alone. Glass houses, you should never go stars, never go stars. People that, where all my imperfect people that from the front to the back, and let me know you're here, and let me know you're here. Come on, where all my imperfect people at? Where all my imperfect people that from the front to the back, and let them know you're here, and let me know you're here. Hey, where all my imperfect people at? Where all my imperfect people that from the front to the back, and let me know you're here. Get your hands up, and let me know you're here. And get your hands up. Where all my imperfect people at? Where all my imperfect people that from the front to the back, and let them know you're here. And let them know you're here.
So Tony, what's up, sis? What's up, boy? Yeah, man. That's it, man. Go, boy. Yeah, man. That's off that imperfect people out, bro. Yeah, you gotta get it, bro.
Yeah, that was it. You heard it.
That's
Glass
just
Houses
like all the whole album.
by D King.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Where are my imperfect people at? I'm loving that, man. What? I love to ask this, man. Favorite line from the song? You got one?
That Delilah for you. Yeah, that part right there, man. 'Cause, you know, everybody don't want to talk about somebody else's problem, man. Where we all got our Delilah, we all got our kryptonite. You know what I'm saying? So
I love the way you said separate the sin from the sinner.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
and even you breaking it down made it clear for me to understand.
Yeah.
So, hey, it is what it is. Where's the inspiration, motivation? What compelled you to write that record?
Oh man, like just dealing with a community right now, man. I said community, but I'm really talking about the church community.
Yes,
where,
sir.
you know, we're kind of overcoming this hump of judgmental, you know what I'm saying? And like church starting to get to a place where we're more accepting and more loving. You know what I'm saying? Whereas we came from a place where, and still are in many churches in many different areas of like the church community. And I'm saying the church community, I'm not even talking about Christians. I'm saying the church community.
Understood.
Where, you know, it's been a lot of judgment. Like if you don't do it like I do it, then you can't rock with me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay if you go to AME church, but don't bring that over here.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Or we don't do it like that over here. That type of stuff. Or you know, just looking down your nose at somebody because they ain't got the problems you got. You know what I mean? When the truth be told, you know, ain't none of us clean before God. You know what I'm saying? And so if that's the case, then, you know, let us all just drop our rocks because we all live in glass houses, and let us just learn how to love people where they are because we're all imperfect. Ain't none of us got it together, man. We all trying to get to God.
Where
my imperfect people at? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You ain't raising your hand, you a liar. You're imperfect.
Yeah.
You need to raise your hand.
I love that, man. I love that, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's talk about it, man, from the beginning, man. As far as I'm gonna do my own little spiel. As far as I want to talk to you as D-Key, the hip hop artist.
All right, let's get it.
Where this hip hop journey begin? Were you early influenced by? How did it start?
Well, bruh, as you know, I grew up in Archer.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
We ain't had no MTV. There was no BET. Only thing we had was CMT.
I remember.
That's
bro.
that country, not Christian, but country music television. You know what I'm saying? So I had to find rap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, you coming up in the household I grew up in, like you ain't finna bring no Tupac home. You know what I'm saying? And play that out loud. So I really learned a lot about music, man, through Magic 101.3. Like as a kid, you know, because that was the only radio station we had.
Right.
There was no 90.1. There was none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he was open by then.
That was it. I mean, if you ain't listening to that, there was no access to hip hop or any rap whatsoever.
We didn't have our Spotify back then.
No, exactly. So, I just started listening, man, and I think what was it? I was a jit, man, and when I learned that I could rap, man, and I think it was Fresh Prince, dog.
Nice. Hey,
because my mom would let me.
Will Smith don't get enough credit.
He
man.
don't, dog. He don't.
Because people take him as a joke, but if you listen to what he's saying,
Bruh.
his rhymes are tight.
Bruh.
You know what I mean, they fit together tightly.
Bruh, so I can say that's where my substance came from. It was Will Smith and LL Cool J. That was all I could play in the house. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
You know, I grew up. I started out with them, man, and then when I got a little older, I could thug it out a little bit more, man. But yeah, I started with them, man.
Okay.
Let's move on to the next one.
What I'm curious about is I guess this would reflect more on your personal life.
Yeah.
Where did the decision come? Or have you always been a Christian rapper? Or did you transition?
Yeah. So I always rapped in church, bro. Like my very first time rapping in front of people was at church. You know what I'm saying? So. And I never stopped from there. I've rapped in the clubs, but I did it as a Christian rapper.
Understood.
You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
So I've never went in a club and rapped as a secular artist.
Why is it important to make that distinction?
It's just who I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not down to nobody else. So their origin story. You know what I mean?
Sir.
But for me, man, that's how I was. I had a praying grandma. You know what I'm saying? And so my grandma. Back in the days, man, she would get up and she would tell her testimony, and then she make me sing. You know how you have to sing a song with the testimony?
I'll tell somebody about that.
Yeah.
My mom used to do that.
Yeah.
My boy, y'all stand up.
Y'all stand up and say, you know what I'm saying? And we get up, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't no good singer.
Them days.
But I learned how to get in front of people, man, and from there, man, it just kind of like, it helped me to be able to stand up in front of people and be the center of attention without being like, yeah, exactly.
Nice.
So, you know, she didn't know what she was doing, but she was working, man.
You say God had a plan then.
He had a plan, bro.
This is a curious question I had. Do you work with secular artists at all? Will you?
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
I haven't, but I don't have a problem. I mean, I work with secular people at work. You know what I'm saying? I make money with them on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And I thank God for their secular money.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, I thank God for UF, University of Florida. I used to work for radiation. Now I'm working at neurology, but thank God for the Department of Neurology. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
I ain't got no problem with them.
And I think that's something that's important because, as you know, over the years, people have been coming at Lecrae head.
Again, that's that judgmental part.
Coming at Lecrae, man,
I
they
didn't
come
know
at
that.
Lecrae
Yeah.
like he the devil now in the
Yeah.
church. You know, like, oh, he did a song with Ty Dolla $ign. Or
Yeah.
he got a song with Paul Wall and E40 and all these people.
Yeah.
And people like,
Tasha
oh,
Cobbs and Nicki Minaj.
all
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
bro. So it's like now people look at that like I had a guy tell me, but what was so funny, a couple of months back on Facebook, I seen somebody post something about Lecrae with the let the trap say amen.
Uh-huh.
So some guy say amen. So who he talking to? Who he talking to in the trap? Like why would somebody? It was like he didn't understand that. It's almost like it's, oh my God, church people don't want to go in the trap. It's like, who else should we like? Why
if
not?
Jesus was alive, he'd probably be in the trap.
You ain't no problem,
Yeah,
bro.
he was with
That's
he
what-
was
that's
with
what he
the
was at.
lepers
No
and the
problem.
prostitutes.
Samaritans,
Right, you're right.
He
No
would not
problem.
step into one church,
Right.
bro. There's not one church worthy of Jesus, bro.
That's real.
Period.
That's real.
Period. The Bible
real.
says that he came for the sick, dog.
That's
Ah,
real.
You know what I'm saying? Not for the healthy, man. You ain't finna walk up in no gym with healthy people, man. You ain't going to games with Healthy Fitness. You going to Planet Fitness.
huh. Say that. That's what's up.
Yo, don't. I'm sorry. Take that. Hey,
I had to think about that for a second. Like, It would kill your endorsement.
Yeah, cause I go to Planet Fitness and we ain't all healthy at Planet Fitness, but you go to Bailey's, they look right. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you this, because I'm curious, bro. I'm a hip hop director at a hip hop station. I got to be honest, I'm not very well versed into Christian hip hop. I know Lecrae, and that's pretty much it. Like even
and
the
D
other
King,
person-
you know D King.
Oh, and I know D King personally.
Oh, there you go.
Oakview Middle School. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I'm asking to both of y'all, what do y'all feel about the current landscape of Christian hip hop? Like, what is going on over there? Like, is something anything we need to know about? Y'all happy with it? Just take it from there.
I don't care.
You're not concerned with that.
Bruh,
That's a true artist right there.
I'm trying to raise 2 kids.
That's a
You
true
know what I'm
artist
saying?
right
And,
there. Yeah.
It's real.
and keep a marriage and keep a woman happy that I love dearly. Shout out to my wife. No, man. Haitian Flag Day, man. Shout out to all my Zoes out there,
Sheesh.
man.
Your lady Zoe?
She Haitian, yeah.
Shout out
man.
to the Zoes,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. My sons, they half Haitian, all black.
Alright.
And
Alright.
yeah. So yeah, man,
Shout out to
that's
the
like
Zoes, man.
I feel like I got that in a line of one of my songs, man, where I'm talking about how, we're always debating on stuff in forums and this, that, and the other, man. And none of that ain't doing nothing to help my life. Like it ain't moving no storms for me. It ain't putting no food on my table. Like, I don't care about the state of whether Christian hip hop is dead or alive. That ain't got nothing to do with me, man. If God told me to rap, I'ma rap. Whether you know what I'm saying, like. So and whoever listens to it, they listen to it. If they don't, they don't. Like, that's not. It ain't my job to make somebody listen to my music.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? It's my job to advertise it and push it.
Yeah,
But I can't
know what
make you.
you're
You
saying.
know what I'm saying? I can't make you eat.
Right.
the food.
I'm gonna put it there. And the ones that
On the
did. I
table.
mean, that's straight out of Jesus' book, right there.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He spoke in parables. You
So
know what I'm saying?
I feel like a lot of people are debating like an industry that honestly it don't move. Like it, no matter what the debate is, at the end of the day, what you came up with, it ain't gonna change nothing for your life. So instead of like spending all that time focused on that, why don't you focus on something to build you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Actual tangible.
Exactly.
Yeah,
build
yeah.
your home, build your children,
love that.
build your industry, build you, and stop worrying about that, because that's gonna take care of itself. If you take care of you, whatever happened in that industry don't even matter.
I love that. We were just talking about this on between our previous show, which is it's just like you said, man. We have the information now. It's the information age. We have the information.
Yeah. That's it.
It's there. You can Google anything. You can learn about. You don't even have to go to college no more.
That's it.
You can go learn something.
YouTube.
You can YouTube.
Oh
you can
my
go to
God.
college on YouTube.
Boy.
All right.
Now that we got the information, I'm with you, bro. Darryl Lloyd over at Record House, he always tell me that. Jerkins, all that talking, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
And so we got the information. Now, what are you gonna do with that information? Like,
Yeah.
how are we gonna organize the actual? So I love that, bro. I love your answer there. I want to move on a little bit to Mr. Shaw. You got some questions that you had.
Yeah, well, I wanted to hit on this fatherhood topic because, like you say, you got a wife at home, you got, 2 babies at the house. How is, like, between being a husband, between being a father, a worker.
Yeah.
How do you balance out, and then and you're a minister.
Yeah.
How do you balance all of that into one, bro? Into 24 hours in a day? How, like, I mean, how do you keep yourself, like, how do you keep your sanity? I mean,
Yeah.
how do you balance all of that into one day,
Yeah, I mean, I think I would love to say like it ain't easy, but I think it's whatever you invest in is what you will get out of it. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody has 24 hours, and some people take 24 hours, man, and they make magic out of it. And some people take 24 hours and complain. You know what I'm saying? And we all have like the same opportunities. We may not all have the same talents, but we can all put in the same work ethic. You know what I'm saying? So being a father, it can be draining. Being a husband can be draining. Working 40 hours, 50 hours a week can be draining. Making music, traveling on the weekends, recording. Right now I'm setting up a tour, calling different places. I do a lot of my own marketing, a lot of my own imaging and stuff like that. So, I have to find time at the end of the day to sit down on the computer and create graphics and stuff like that. Sometimes it's at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Then I have other people that want me to do images and stuff like that for them. And I mean, like, there's always going to be something, and there's always going to be a reason to complain.
True.
Like, they'll always, everybody has, and they're valid. Everybody has a valid reason to complain. But it's the people who aren't complaining and who are taking the blows, man, and counterpunching, you know what I'm saying, and figuring out how to make something out of these lemons. It may not be lemonade, but they can make a lemon curd or a lemon pie.
Kool-Aid.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, you ain't just got to make lemonade, dog. You can do more with that. You can zest that mug. You know what I'm saying? And put it in some blueberry muffins or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I love that.
You don't have to just like stick to that. So all I'm saying is like it's easy to complain, and if you're complaining, okay, that's valid. You have a right, and you have a God-given right to complain. I can't be mad at you for doing that. But as for me in my house, I'm gonna try to figure out what I can do with what I got.
I love that, man. I heard a quote one time which was, it said only 2% of the things that you actually want to accomplish in goals you can't accomplish. And 98% of the things you want to do, if you can do it, and the only reason that you won't is because of diligence.
That's it.
And when I heard that, it hit me in the chest like that.
Yeah.
Like you can go accomplish pretty much anything.
Yep.
If you're diligent, and I appreciate. So I agree with you on that. I think that's something that we need to hear.
There's a question someone is asking here. They says, how important is early childhood education, and are you knowledgeable concerning the state of our local education system?
Wow.
No,
I didn't expect that.
I'm not. I'm not at all. I can tell you that right now I got a I can speak.
No. You good. You
Okay.
good.
So right now I have a 10-week-old. 11-week-old.
Congratulations, bro.
Yeah,
and I got a baby like that.
Yeah. Well,
That's
baby.
a baby, bro.
I got a baby.
Alright.
Yeah, I ain't sleep last night, baby. Yeah, I got one of those. Yeah,
I remember them days, boy. Sheesh.
yeah. Look at my eyes.
Alright.
Yeah, one of those.
Alright.
So I got that, and then I got a 2-year-old who he just turned 2 in April. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So right now we haven't even gotten into that part of life right now.
Real,
You know,
y'all.
I got one in a home daycare, man, and this home daycare is absolutely amazing, man. My she's just done wonders with my son.
What's up, man?
You know what I mean? I feel like when that time comes, man, God will lead me. We'll do our research and we'll figure it out. I don't know who asked that question, but that's a.
Gerard.
That's Pastor Gerard.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to get you to shout out who it was.
Hey, shout out to Pastor Gerard, man. Hey, I ain't there yet,
That
bro.
was deep
I still
right
got
there.
jigs.
That wasn't no honest fan question right there.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
But I think for early learning,
You want the introspective deep.
Yeah. I ain't there yet,
you
bro.
know. So for me, I mean, and I know where you are because I got a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
So. And with my 6-year-old, I've been able to really see the importance of early learning education because the most important years are from 1 to 5.
Yeah.
From 1 to 5, you can kind of tell where your children are gonna be.
Yeah.
Once they hit that 6 year, once they hit that first grade, you know where they're gonna. You kind of know.
Well,
So
they say that brain, the capacity for learning is
Man.
There's nothing else that has that. It's unexplainable. It's like people say that brain is like a sponge, but the way that we learn as kids, they say you get most of your knowledge in those years.
Exactly.
That's crazy, right?
Exactly. It's
it's crazy. So yeah, those are the biggest formative years.
I could definitely tell you, my 2-year-old man, he's like a sponge, man,
Nice.
and you can see his brain working, man.
That's
him
amazing,
getting into
right?
stuff, yeah, man,
That's
and I mean, he knows all his letters, his numbers, his colors, his shapes,
Alright.
and every time he see a letter, he want to say his ABC. I mean, he don't shut up, bro. He's just and I love it. I love it. I mean, shoot, just the other day, man, I saw him counting, and not like counting like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He does that, but he was taking one block from one side of the refrigerator to the other, and he was saying 1,
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And I had not seen him like literally counting like that before. I just known him counting like, he just knows how to count to 10.
Yeah.
And so like, man, I had one of those proud daddy moments, like,
I'm telling you, boy. You're like, look at him, boy. I'm my boy. Yeah,
you're my boy, Blue.
I was just gonna tell you. I was just gonna say that though, like it's nothing like watching your kids process information and doing it. That makes your heart and your soul warm. Like you can watch them processing it, like you see them. That's crazy.
That's real.
I wanted to ask you. Like I said, most of my cousins will probably be close.
That's all right.
Musical.
Yeah, let's do it.
But I wanted to ask you if you had any advice for I don't want to say new artists, but if you could go back 15, 20 years to D King back then, what advice would you give him in regards to this hip hop walk and just in general, period? You know, in life, period.
I would say, man, 15, 20 years. I was not married. I definitely didn't have no children because I just got kids like the last 2, 3 years. I always say, man, dive in, man, give it all you, because that's the only time you have. Like you don't know what you're gonna have for the future. So educate yourself. You know, pick up some books, learn about business, learn about starting your own corporation, learn about how to really put music out. You know what I'm saying? Learn about marketing. Learn about there's a difference between marketing and advertising. Yeah, know the difference. Go to conferences, learn. You know what I'm saying? Like dig in. A lot of information is in books, man. And if you don't pick it up and like educate yourself, you can't get mad for somebody not telling you or opening a door for you when the opportunity and everything that you need is right in front of you. You know what I mean? So take advantage of the moment, seize that moment while you have a chance. You know, if you got 24 hours, but you got 17 hours that you ain't doing nothing with, you playing spades or Monopoly, or you smoking, or you hanging out, or you just chilling. You know what I'm saying? And that's time that you can be growing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you playing Madden and you could be growing, but you don't get mad at the end of the day when your career didn't move any forward, but you better at Madden. You know what I'm saying? Like that, maybe that's what you should be doing. You shouldn't be a rapper. You should just be you should just play Madden.
You hurt some feelings right now, boy. But it's real. That's true, man. Yeah. Everything you said.
Or just get a job.
Bro, I'm in this world, bro. Do you know there's a popular belief with hip hop in particular that if I just rap real hard, somebody
if I'm wrong enough,
and
somebody gonna find me.
It does not. I'm sorry.
Nobody's looking for you.
There's nobody having a meeting about you right now. Like that's a big popular belief.
So my homeboy told me something, man. He told me something a long time ago, man, and it made so much sense to me. He said, bro, you make yourself big.
You do.
You don't wait on somebody else to give you a name. You make your name. You make yourself big. Now, you know, we talk about a lot of these rappers, man, right now that got they renting gold chains and they renting cars and they renting this and they renting that, but they're making themselves big though. If you think about it, they're creating a persona that may not be real for them, but it's real for what you see. And because you believe it, now you so into it or you pay them, and now it's real.
Fake it till they made it.
Yeah, same thing happened with Jay-Z. You know, at first he started out faking it. You know what I'm saying? But pretty soon that money, as the money began to, he had to fake it no more. Now you don't see him being flashy. He ain't gotta be.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So you make yourself big. So a lot of times, again, we look at artists and we say, you shouldn't be doing this, that. Bro, you do whatever it's going to take for you to get big. Right. If that's what it's going to take, then do that to get big. but be all in. Don't be halfway in. Be all in. Do it and mean it. Be real about it.
I love that, man.
Be authentic.
I can't follow that one up, man. That's perfect, man. Sean, any next questions?
Well, first of all, congratulations. I see you got nominated for the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards.
Yeah.
So,
Congratulations, man.
as I looked at that, I started to think, like, do you feel like you received proper recognition for your work over the years?
Hey, no, bro. I was listening to my project, Still Certified, yesterday because I locked myself out the car and I had to wait for my wife to come get me. I'm just being real. This is real life. This is what happens in life.
Had to pass the time,
Bro, yeah, I'm passing time. And I was like, man, this is absolutely the best album I ever put out. And it's raw. Like, oh my God, Still Certified. I was like,
You said you released that when?
2014. 14. That's the one with Turn Up on it, right?
Okay,
and everybody
okay.
know the Turn Up song,
Right.
but like it had 19 songs on it. And I wish I wouldn't have put 19 songs on that project, but I did. You know what I'm saying? And then I started listening to my the album I just put out, Imperfect People. I'm like, dang, this one even raw. And of course nobody knows about it. And you know, I got some movement and some people know about it, but not a lot of people. And I'm okay with that. Like I'm not mad that it didn't go where it could have went, because I know that I didn't put into it what I should have put into it. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So I realized that I put out a body of work, but I didn't empty my bank account with promoting it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There, you know, if you're an artist and you really want yourself to if you really want your product to grow, you got to dive in and you got to give it everything that you got. They're like, at the end of the day, you should be on zero. I am not on zero at the end of the day, and I'm not mad about that because like that, my goal was never to be the biggest artist. Anybody that knows me would tell you that. My goal has always been just to communicate to my community. You know what I'm saying? To maybe reach a soul. You know what I'm saying? To put out good music and love on people, man. And that's like what I do. That's my music. That's my ministry. I was never in this to be a big artist. You know what I mean? And so, and I don't feel bad about it. So at the end of the day, bro, like if I don't get the recognition, it's okay, man. I know that I didn't give it everything that I had, and I'm okay with that.
That's right. Well, I seen you know, Swoop is a Christian rapper.
Yeah.
I was listening to Swoop, an interview with him one day, and someone asked him a question similar to that, and his response was, it was powerful because he said, you know, his thing is he feels as though God has, as like sometimes he would see, okay, man, Andy Mineo did 40,000.
Yeah.
Lecrae did this much.
Yeah.
And I ain't do, you know, so and so. And he like, you know, at the end of the day,
he's dope too.
Man, well, when you talking lyrics,
yeah,
I think Swoop is top 3.
Yeah.
Like I don't care what nobody says.
Out of
everybody,
Yeah.
Swoop he gonna give you that work. So. But one thing he said is that he's become comfortable with just opening up for Lecrae, because maybe that's the spot that God put him in. Maybe God ain't make him to be a closer.
Yeah.
What if God just said, "I want you to be an opener.
Yeah,
I want you to get the people what they need in the opening." And then you sit back and you play the background. You know he plays keyboards for Lecrae on tours.
Okay.
The last tour I went to, he was on the keyboard. He got off the keyboard. Lecrae was like, "Man, Swoop, get off them keys, man. Come on up in." He did a song, man. It was tight. And he was like, you know, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
You know, but he was just saying, you know, in the beginning of his career, he was like, kind of feeling some type of way. Like, man, you know, why I ain't headlining nothing?
Yeah.
But he was like, you know, now he's at a place to where he's like, man, it is what it is. You know, I'm just going to play my role and do what I know I can and let God handle everything else.
I can liken it to this, man. Everybody wants to be the preacher. Everybody wants to be the pastor.
Right.
You know, everybody wants to have their own church. But, man, if everybody had their own church, there'd be no assistant pastors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There'd be no deacons. There'd be no ministers. There'd be no ushers. You know what I'm saying? There'd be no people, nobody in the pew to get the word. You know what I mean? Like you, everybody can't be the CEO. You know what I'm saying? That we all need bricklayers. You know, and you have to know, man, that God can use you. Like, you can be the greatest at what you... Like, you are the only you that there is. Like, there's no other you. You are uniquely made. There's nobody can do you like you do you. So do you to the best of your ability and be content with that, knowing that nobody could do you like you did you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, at the end of the day, if you ain't did you, and you been looking at somebody else, that's the reason why. The reason why you ain't where you should be is because you trying to be where they at.
That's
And you-
artist.
That's real.
That's the definition.
That's
of
real.
Artist. Like when you said, I asked you earlier, what's the state of Christian hip hop?
Yeah.
I don't care about that. That's what the artist is. I don't care about what nobody else
Yeah.
does. This is my contribution.
Yeah, that's what I bring to the table.
Right.
Yeah.
So bro, I mean, we gonna let you. I'm just let you do the show.
Cause
Real.
real talk, if you put me on stage, I'm not. This is the cockiness part of me. I know I'm gonna rock the stage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know I'm gonna give it. I know I'm gonna get your attention.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm gonna say something that you need to hear. You know what I'm saying? I know my music is good enough. I don't care who I'm up against or around.
Right.
I know my music is good enough to carry a crowd. You know what I'm saying? That's good. I don't have to be Lecrae. I can be a good D King.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Really good.
I just gotta be a good D King. Period.
I like that, bro.
That's real.
I love that, man. That's
real.
confidence and self-esteem. You know, that's all it is. I love that, man.
Yeah.
What you got next, Sharp?
Merv, this is something I wanted to ask you also. How does fatherhood, what you've been in fatherhood for about 2 years, almost 3 years, how has that impacted your work ethic and what you do?
So it's definitely changed things. I mean, you can't be a father, you can't be a parent and not change. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't get married and not change. Like your title, the moment your title changes, your responsibilities change.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's also no going back. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no putting the kids to bed and then you single again. You know what I'm saying? Like you put the kids to get and then you're not a father no more because they sleep. Nah, you still go to sleep with them on your mind. You know what I mean? Like you can't just like hand them off to grandma and grandpa and go and enjoy your weekend or whatever and not be a parent. You still a parent even if you 500 miles away. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
And so it's mentally my life has changed. Physically my life has changed. Definitely physically. But can I say that I look for more opportunities? You know what I'm saying? I'm not content with where I am. I think more about legacy now than I ever did before. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a logo, and when I look at my logo, I don't look at it the same. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't look at my logo and think, this is just D King. I look at my logo and think this is my bloodline. Exactly. And I'm also thinking daily about how can I turn King into something that my children can build upon. Because I don't want to just give them enough money to go to college with, or I don't want to just like leave for them I don't want to leave for them opportunities. I want to leave for them something that they can take and create opportunities for someone else. You know what I mean? So like I don't want to just leave a stepping stone for them. I want to leave them a house. You know what I mean? And so because of that, like legacy means something more to me now with children than it ever did before. You know what I mean? So I think differently on that, man. So
you see it way bigger than you.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mentally, I'm trying to build so that they can, so that not so that they can build, but they can build upon.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I don't want to leave them the tools to build. I want to leave them the house.
What to pay it for.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. All right. On another note, I wanted to ask you, since you were saying that you weren't content with where you are as far as that in that regard, what are some of your specific goals and accomplishments that you want to
So
pursue here?
let me lay it out, man. I know I'm a Christian rapper, but my goals in life isn't to be a Christian rapper. Period. Like honestly, man, I started rapping because I felt like that's what God had for me. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is what I'm called to do. But my goal in life was never to be like the rapper, the household name or whatever. So I don't identify myself as this only. I think sometimes we get caught up in what we do and making that who we are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And I can't say that. Like I work for UF, I work in neurology. I'm not you know, in the job that I do, that's not who I am.
Yeah,
it's just what I do.
Yeah, you ain't limited to that.
You know, exactly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not going to be limited to a certain skill set that I have that that I've had and that I've been working on, you know, for years. Nah, I'm not limited to that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think my goals aren't just central to just music. You know what I mean?
Understood.
So I think my biggest goal in life again is to create a legacy. And in any way, in shape, or form, and I've actually in the last 2 years been going back and reshaping that because there's more. My life has changed so much, you know what I'm saying, with the children.
Right.
I want to be the person, man, that speaks to people and causes change in their life. That's my biggest goal is to have effect. You know what I'm saying? Is to be able to help someone to bring them out of darkness or whatever darkness they in, to just be effective, man. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't want to die, man, and knowing that I only touched 100 people when I could have touched 200.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's me, man. If I could have touched 2,000, then I can't be content with 200. You know what I mean? So just figuring out, man, how I can be more effective and useful to others.
That's real. And I think we gotta. That's why I think it's important for us to live every day like it's our last. You know, because I think sometimes I think everybody, we become so prideful within ourselves to feel like, oh, I'm going to have tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got next week.
Right.
But in reality, like, who are we to say that I got
Yeah.
2 days?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
who am I to say, oh, yeah, I get to that in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Like, you ain't promised the next 2 minutes.
Facts.
You know, so I think we got to really live our lives in a way to where we're not living with any regrets. It's like you say, if I can reach the 2,000, I can't be content with just the 200. Like,
yeah.
I mean, if you get the 200, you get the 200.
Good.
But as long as you know you giving it your all every day, then okay, now you go with no regrets.
Yeah.
Because I know that I've done everything in my power to make sure my children were straight. I made sure my wife is straight. I made sure those around me, friends, are straight. Immediate family. I'm making sure everything in my life, I can't leave here with any regrets. And I think that's why it's just so important for us to live in that way and to have that mindset. And I don't think a lot of people look at it like that, like, oh, well, I'll call Granny next week. What if Granny ain't here next week? And then when Granny's gone,
I gotta call my grandma.
all right. And
Real talk.
That's how we do it. That we got to go.
Yep.
we really don't, man.
And see, I just moving into a position, man, a different position in my job, bro. But I was working with cancer patients for the last 3 years, bro.
Wow.
And so, you know, I can tell you, man, we losing patients right and left, man, and not because of the doctors or anything like that, but cancer's a hell of a sickness, illness. You know what I'm saying? And it comes for everybody, bro. It comes for everybody, bro. Sickness, that John don't care about how much money you make or where you work,
none of that.
your color, how healthy you think you are. Like, nah, man, that John don't care about you. And so, you know, when you're faced with that type of reality on a daily basis and not knowing what patient is going to be here, or even the people that you work with who's going to get it, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff. It kind of brings things into, you know, it kind of sobers you up a little bit in your thinking.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey,
I know we kind of like on that time.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I wanted to ask you.
No, you ain't got to rush. No, I thought you had a thought, but you definitely don't have to rush.
Okay.
I got this something to hit on that point. So you heard Jordan Lucas.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yes.
So his song where he's talking about all these people that have been taken away from him, and you know his problems with what he believes God has allowed.
Yeah.
And you know he just kind of getting his thoughts out there, his feelings. And what do you think about the song? And I know you probably heard Bizzle's response to, man, you gotta hear that.
I don't subscribe to a lot of stuff, dog.
Yeah.
Only because And this ain't nothing like I just don't subscribe to it. Like, and I love Bills. I think Bills is a dope artist. Like, for real, I think Bills is a dope artist.
Yeah.
But I don't listen to a lot of responses. You know what I'm saying? I just don't, bro. Because again, it just ain't. Is it worth my time? You know what I'm saying? To mentally debate it. You know what I mean? But on Joyner Lucas's song, and for those who don't know, like he's talking about like, God, you should have took this person instead of that. Like, it don't make any sense for these people to die when you definitely could have killed these people off because they don't make no sense for them to be alive. Like, I think Joyner Lucas's ideal of who God is central to who he is. You know what I'm saying? That's his God. That's how he sees him.
Yes, sir.
And so I can't debate his God with him because that's his God. You know what I mean? Just the same way he can't debate my God with me. You know what I'm saying? And so I serve a different type of God than what he serves. I know a different God than who he knows. And it ain't, and I ain't got him. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I may want to reach out to him. May want to love him. You know what I'm saying, and help him to understand, but it really ain't my job to get him to know my God. Yeah. That's between him and his God. Mm-hmm. You feel me? That's like, all I can do is just shine my light. You know, the Bible says about how love brings men into repentance. You know what I mean? I can be the best Christian that I can be. I can love on people the best that I can, but I can't pistol or Bible whip somebody into understanding God like I do, because that was really the problem with a lot of us. We grew up knowing our parents' gods. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we served our grandmama God, our granddaddy God.
You took the words out of my mouth.
You know what I'm saying?
This your shoulder now. I don't even say nothing, no, because you hitting everything on the head. Yeah. If that was the case, all of us would be in the church.
Yeah, come on.
I'm with you, bro.
Come on. I wouldn't be a Christian rapper today, bro. Yeah. Growing up with the gods that they served. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so who am I to tell them, well, you wrong, blah, 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 blah. No, that was the era they was in. That was the people that they are. And they did the best that they could with what they had. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so my job is just to love people where they at, man. And if that's how you think, man, that's how you think. As long as you ain't hurting nobody physically, you know what I'm saying? Bro, there's so much crap out there, bro. That's like one segment of crap. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's like going out into like a junkyard and picking up one piece of trash, man, and saying I done cleaned this mug up.
Boy, I didn't know you was gonna be preaching today. Boy, you should have warned me. I love that, man. I'm about to testify. I love that though, bro. You hit the nail on the head, dog. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I got to stop you. We at the top of the hour, so we finna go in. We gonna play My Lane again.
All right, My Lane. Yeah, we ain't played it
next hour. Got a few messages right now, so we'll get them out the way. And we're going to be back with D King, man. We in the D King masterclass right now, man. Yeah. Y'all make sure y'all taking notes. I definitely am. Keep it locked, y'all. Don't go nowhere, man. Dan, can we talk with Rashad Ray is in the building, y'all? We got the extended version this week.
Yeah, that's what we know, bro. That's the real one.
Yeah, bro. We usually do from 2 to 3. We started a little late today. We're going to go and ride to we exhaust this stuff. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to put no limit on it. I play music for the rest of the hour. But as long as that's cool with you, I don't know if we're holding you up from anything. Yeah, so I mean, we probably do another 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. How long it take until you good with your questions? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll probably play about, try to get a lot of these commercials out of the way, so about 5 minutes, man. That way we can get all this.
You gotta pay the bills.
Got to pay the bills, big dog. Yeah, bro, man. This is,
one question.
That was really good.
No, I'm talking about
Located at 507 Northwest 5th Avenue in beautiful downtown Gainesville, Florida.
I'm about to move 4 minutes.
Wings.
Yeah, responding about it.
Steamed fish and breakfast on Saturday morning.
My homeboy Mike Murph, Southern boy, Jay Jackson, man. Dude,
man, what's up with Alico, man?
Oh, so he's the one that we're doing a tour together right now, man.
Oh, so you finna go?
Yeah, we're booking a tour, man. We got 3-4 dates right now. We're trying to get like 10 other mugs, man. So what we feel like is once we get the fly out, we're gonna try and get like at least 5 before we get the word out. And once we get the fly out and stuff like that, then we'll probably book a whole bunch more shows. You know what I'm saying? So So yeah, right now, man, we just putting this event together, man. Me, King Alico, and we'll just bring different artists in, depending on what town, what city we in. Yeah, but he good, man. That's my brother, man. He was supposed to call me back last night. So if you watch me,
I want to get bro on for real though.
Man, he he's 2 hours away, bro. I don't know if y'all do like phone, but he a good one to talk to though.
That's what we got. We got the phone line hooked up.
Oh, you got to
start doing calling.
Alright.
I was going to surprise you with that one.
Okay.
Yes, you got
I
that.
gotta get the cord though. I might have one in the car. I keep forgetting to grab. Yeah, I can rent the phone to the mixer and we good. Just gotta make sure they ain't cussing and all that. But I doubt we have a problem with this shit.
When Jared said he loved that scenario about picking up one.
Bro, that just came to me. That was good.
That what killed me.
Yeah.
You preached on that one now.
Yeah.
Those were them good Sunday
And I ain't get to finish
morning
it, bro, because what I was
there.
thinking was like, all right, you can't clean up nothing, but what we can do is we can stop adding trash to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we can do is we can stop adding trash to the pile. Like, you know, and so because everyone leaves a footprint, you know what I'm saying? We can take ownership, man, and say, you know what? I ain't gonna add no trash to this pile, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean me up, man, and hopefully if you see me cleaning myself up, you might join me. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to me going in and telling you, like, you ain't got to tell a sinner they a sinner. You got to tell dirt is dirt. Dirt, no, it's dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to do that.
Dirt,
yeah.
right, bro.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, just chill.
I forgot to tell you, man. I'm sorry I ain't bring no water to you. You have a crack my water.
I'm good. I got mine, man.
Oh, yeah,
good.
you should do it.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you, though, there's some headphones over there if you want to get your feedback. You hear how you sound. I should have told you that an hour ago.
Yeah, it's
I forgot.
yeah, as long as I sound all right to you, bro.
Oh, you good, bro.
Yeah.
Good. Everything is good. But, yeah, man. Again, bro, I'm happy. I appreciate you coming. Anything you doing, bro, send it to me, bro. Even if it's events.
Okay.
Because we can help with that.
Okay.
Trust me, dog.
Yeah.
Send that stuff to me. Definitely do it, man. But aside from that, like I said, man, if you're doing something right here, bro, for sure, man. Like, even if it's just, you can just wake up with an issue you passionate about, bro. You gotta face it, man.
Chop it up,
man. Yeah, that's what we here for.
Cool. How about it, man? As you see, I like to talk, bro. So
I do. They get good at it. As an artist, man. That's what they do.
yeah, I can talk, man. That ain't my problem.
You ain't got. Like I say, you don't have to really pull too much out of people that artists. They gonna really talk about it. If it's something they're passionate about, boy,
Yeah, real
I
talk.
don't really have to say nothing. So that's cool.
Hey, I do need to tell people to vote for me on that Tampa Bay guy. I'm happy that you brought it up because I forgot all.
Yeah, I meant
that.
to revisit
Thanks,
that,
Sharonda.
man.
Yeah.
I meant to revisit that. So when you were talking, y'all started talking about something else after that.
Bro, I'll start talking, bro. I won't even tell you about my music. I won't tell you about the websites, none of that, bro. Because I don't promote well. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, trust me.
A lot of times with artists, man, we
more
are
concerned
focused
with
on
the
one
creative
thing.
process.
Exactly.
Really on that other, bro,
That's
trust
what
me,
management is for. That's
know
what
exactly what you're
agents
talking
and stuff
about.
like that is for. Like, hey, I don't be thinking
Yo,
about that.
with the voice that y'all hear in the background and all that, man, that is the homie D King. And if you all were listening last hour, man, we got D King in the building, man. And we'll make this part 2 of our interview, man. We were there for an hour. We will go in for another however long it takes, right? So again, man, D, I appreciate you coming by. I would love if you would do the honors of introducing this song, and we're gonna play real quick. Let the people hear.
Okay, so this next song we're gonna play is called "My Lane," man. I did it with my homeboy King Alico. He's on the hook, and basically it's kind of like a variation of that Glass House's song. It's basically saying, man, like, you know, you stay in your lane, I'm gonna stay in mine. You know what I mean? Like you can't live my life, I can't live yours. So you do you, let me do me. You know what I'm saying? We'll both get that together. That type of thing.
All right,
Yeah,
no further ado.
let's get it.
My lane, D King, y'all.
Y'all can hear the song on 90.1 FM.
Yeah.
Tune in. Yeah. See.
Always, man. You know, he's produced every track on every album I ever put out. Oh, every track, bro. There's only one track that he hasn't produced out of the 120 songs I put out. And he actually helped produce that. So it wasn't even that he yeah. Like I'm just loyal, bro. That's my homie, man.
It's so crazy. Why, bro, since we were middle school, how Bishop made.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy because I remember, you know, Norman, he just was, Norman, ain't nobody really know Norman like that. He was like a lame, you know, like everybody used to pick on bruh. Yeah. I see what bruh at now. I'm like, I don't turn up.
Yeah. My man is dope, man. He's
right here, Alico, he's from Kansas.
No, King Alico is from he's out of Osceola, Georgia, but he lives out of Orlando. But Norm, C Life on the beat, he's the one who produced all my music.
I was gonna ask you about that on the air. About production.
Yeah. He produced.
I saw that. Go back on.
All my stuff, man.
I forgot to ask you about the other song.
Alico album.
Bro, he got some stuff on Bizzle new album coming out, bro.
I heard that one too. What you talking about? Wait,
new stuff. New. I think about 4 or 5 tracks, bro. Yeah. Norm ain't no joke, dog.
Every time I hear that shit like on the beat, boy, I be like, okay.
That's my fam, man. That's my fam. That's little bro, man. Definitely family, man.
You still working with GS and all them boys?
Nah. So he's them boys, but not with GS. So I mean, he just did some stuff off of Jared Sanders' new project. It just came out. He is still working with Speeds, who was on GS's project. Erica Mason, of course. I mean, he has like stuff that's coming out there, like, you know, name artists.
What's this at now? What Erica at now?
She out of Atlanta, man. She just dropped a new project, man. Yeah, like five album EP, man. It's real dope. It's real acoustic. It's a good project, man. If y'all listening, man, y'all go get Erica Mason's new project, man. It's real dope. I think it's called like something in life, man. I can't remember. Seek Life. But it's good, man. She doing good, man. That's little sis. Shasha, what's up, girl?
She done leveled up, huh? Yeah, I seen Shasha. She on the awards too.
Yeah,
I seen her nominated.
Shasha.
Actually, I hollered at her last year. I was trying to get her, but what happened was, I hollered at her before her performance. But after the performance, I didn't go chop it up with her. She was out of the building. So, but I wanted to get her up here.
Yeah, Shasha, they trying to get you up here, man. 90.1, man. I'll get you the information.
She did the backpack rally for us.
Come on up here, man.
And she did.
Interview.
She was at my kid's school performing. That's when I missed her. D King, my lady.
Yeah.
King Alico as well. That's gonna be my initial question. Was who produced the record?
So
I
Norman.
love the Bible.
Yeah. Everybody in Gainesville, y'all may know him as Norman Michael. You know what I'm saying? AKA C Life. C Life on the beat. But yeah, he was like my hype man for years. I got with Norm right before I put out Blood Certified, actually.
Okay.
So he produced every track on Blood Certified.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got with him, man, and that was 2006 is when we got together. We've been rocking together ever since then. He's
Tell me about
produced
his
every
style
track.
musically.
What does he do?
What do you like about him as far as production goes?
Oh man, well, because me and him have been working together for so long, he just knows. He knows me. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be like, bro, I need this type of beat, and he get. Or I can be like, man, I just record something. Like I'll write a song and be like, bro, I need a beat to this. He custom every single beat, bro. So a lot of rappers don't have that, man, where they can be like, man, I need this or I need that. You know what I'm saying? And so we've been tight, man, for years, man. He was the best man at my wedding, man.
Wow.
He's just like, he's my brother, man. That's my brother.
Right.
Yeah.
I like to meet him, man.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk a little bit about not this I mean, not to mention shout out to King Alico and your homie Norman, but are there any artists that you would like to are producers as well that you like to work with? Anybody in particular?
Man, I don't rock like that.
You ain't on that.
I don't really be caring, man.
Right.
Let's see. There are artists that I like, man. There are artists that I think are just like super dope. Like I think J. Cole is one of the dopest artists ever, man.
Okay.
There's this dude named Sho Baraka. I feel like, man, Sho Baraka's just dangerous, man.
What?
Yeah.
That
So you
boy's
feel
so
me? Yeah,
real,
that
bro.
boy's he's just dangerous. But I, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I got a chance to work with the artist, man, you know, I work with any artist, man. I write with anyone, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's an opportunity to get my music out, man, and touch a life, bro, no matter who it is, you know what I'm saying? So whether it's Trick Daddy or a Trina, you know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't matter, man. I'm just trying to touch lives, man. I'm trying to change lives, bro.
I love the way you said that. You got something to say? My bad, bro.
I like that question because that I was gonna go there. Like I want to know, you know, your top 5 albums and your top 5
Oh, I saw
artists.
that.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't really have a top. So my top 5 is always going to be based on my experiences and who I listen to. You know what I'm saying? So I could be like, these are my top 5. And you may be like, man, but what about them? I'm like, well, I don't really listen to them. I ain't listening to their music. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or maybe it's just not my style.
Yeah.
So if you asking me about me, my
Your-
preferences, okay.
Yeah.
Definitely, I can't put them in no order.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw Sho Baraka out there. I prefer Sho Baraka over any Christian artist out there.
Yeah.
One because he's dope on the conscious end, and he's also dope on the Christian content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's a woke artist. He can do anything, man, from
Anything.
live to tracks to whatever it is. The boys just
Anything you need.
just straight fire. So I'm definitely a Sho Baraka fan. I like J. Cole. I'm not gonna lie. I think the boy is just dope. He fire. I guess I'm just not prepared for this question, man. It's not even that, man. Like there are artists out there that I think that are fire, man. But I just my top 5. I mean, okay, if I'm gonna go through my history of my top 5, then you gotta put Outkast in there.
Both
You know
of
what I'm
them.
saying?
Okay.
You cannot talk about rap
The
without
duo.
talking about Outkast.
Alright.
As far as I'm concerned,
Yeah.
and from my standpoint,
I used to love
Andre
Outkast,
3000
man.
is my favorite rapper.
from
Yeah.
my standpoint, you can't talk about
Yes.
rap without talking about Outkast. Tupac, you know what I'm saying? Tupac was to me was revolutionary. Where am I? I'm on 4.
So you got-
So I got
that's
one
4.
more. I got one
You
more.
got one more.
And you put me. See, I can talk about anything, bro. When you talk. The problem is, I really don't listen to music like that. So,
Well, we got your top 4.
Chance the Rapper, dog.
That
Alright.
Chance. Okay, we got 5.
That's
We got
5. There you go.
We got 5.
Yeah, those is in this. That's
Chance the Rapper's
horrible
pretty good.
because I was nowhere near ready for that.
Yeah.
Nah, he's good. Man.
Yeah.
All right. You got any more questions? Well, yeah, it was good. I forgot what.
No more questions, y'all. That's it.
Well, I want to hear you. I want to hear your albums.
All right. So okay, yeah. Let me give y'all the discography.
There you go.
So I have Blood Certified and When the Storm Hits. Those are my first 2 projects that I came out with. You cannot find them anywhere online. I took them down. If you want them, you got to just hit me up for them.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's not because they're bad or nothing like that. It's just I don't want a whole bunch of stuff out. So I got those, and then I got Still Certified, which it has the Turn Up project on there. It has 19 songs on it. I think it's probably my dopest project ever. Imperfect People, which I came out with last year. And then I have It's a New Me, which is a EP, 5-track EP that I came out with in January.
Wow.
So those are my projects, and I have also 2 mixtapes that I came out with a while back, man. Yeah, so the way you can listen to my music or catch it, you can go to my website, dkingministries.com. That's dkingministries.com. If you can spell, that would be really easy for you. If you can't, just Google it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got to spell D King properly. It'll help you out. You know what I'm saying? That's where that spell check come in from. So from there, you can check out all my social media stuff, as well as like in the email. If you want to book me for an event, you want to book me for any type of event, from preaching to rapping to just talking to your youth or your adults, whatever it is, you can link up with me through that, through my website. I have a 1-800 number. It's 800-610-3915. You can reach me anywhere, anytime on that.
All right.
That boy got the 800 number.
Yeah, I had that for a minute, bro.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. When you doing anything locally?
Nope.
Nothing.
Now, let me throw this out here. I got the Tampa Bay Gospel Awards coming up in October, but the last day to book for voting is June 1st. So if y'all can help your boy out, go on Tampa Bay Gospel Awards. You can just Google that. Again, if you can't spell, just like try and type out Tampa Bay Gospel. The best way that you can. It's gonna help you out with your spelling if you do it on Google. Or do it on Yahoo now. Yahoo don't care about you. All right, Yahoo don't care, but Google cares.
They gonna fix it.
They gonna get you right. They gonna get you right. But yeah, man, go on there, vote for your boy. There's a lot of other artists, man, from Gainesville, man. Lionel Walker is on that mug. Shot Music is on there. Who are also being nominated for different awards and stuff like that. So man, y'all go on, man, support these artists, support these local artists. It may seem like a small thing, but just recognition, letting them know, man, hey, look, I appreciate the effort and the time that you put into the music and to reaching out to our youth and to our young adults.
I'm about to add it on the feed right now.
Appreciate it. Please add it to the feed. He adding it to the feed. Look at him. He adding it to the feed.
Right now.
Boom, boom.
The link to it.
Yeah. So new music. I got currently working on a tour with King Alico, and so we'll have the dates and everything for everyone shortly. We have a few places booked, but if you want to book D King and K Alico for a tour that we're working on right now, y'all please hit me up. You can go to my website, dkingministries.com, or you can email me dkingent@gmail.com, or you can call me 800-610-3915. However you want to get in touch with me, any way you can. You plane, train, automobile, social media. Yeah. That's all I got for you.
All right, hey. Well, man, much love for real, dog. I mean, I appreciate you, coming through. I always like to ask, like, the kind of advice that you would give, new artists. And that's why I asked you the question about one in the past. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like there's do you feel like you have a responsibility to the next generation?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, bro. I would not even be doing this, bro. Like the two reasons that I still do music, and one is because I feel like this is what God has called me to do, but then two is to leave legacy. It's not just legacy for my children, but legacy just for the ministry, for the music period. Any artist that I meet and artists will tell you this about me, I share everything I know. I don't. If you need to know about how to do this or this, whatever it is, if I know it, because it's not my information.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this, if none of this belongs to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And God can do this without me. So I'm just gonna try to help him in any way that I can, man. So if there's an artist out there and you want to know how I did this or what you can do to make it to this next step or whatever it is, hit me up. I'd be happy to share every bit of information that I have that can help you get to the next level. Now, don't bother me. Don't annoy me. Don't ask me a bunch of questions and don't do what I tell you to do. That I can't stand my time to be wasted. Period. I'm gonna throw that out there too, because I got a lot of time wasters.
Yeah.
People that they just want to be around me. They don't really want information.
Right.
If you want information and you trying to like take your stuff to the next level, please hit me up. I'd be happy to share it with you. Sit down with you, have some coffee or whatever, and give you the game. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, he put it out there. If you want it, it's there. Can't say nobody ain't offer to help.
Real talk. Ask Uncle Reese. Ask Erica Mason. Ask Taiwan Bailey. Ask C Life. Ask Brinson. Ask a bunch of artists. I'll share everything that I know.
Yeah. Y'all just did a big show, right? Uncle Reese, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Tisha. What's up, Tisha?
Last year I put on
Lincoln Middle School.
So we did that event at Lincoln Middle School. Yeah, Tisha Richardson. Yeah,
that's my dog.
And then I did another event at the High Dive. I had put on my own event at High Dive. Yeah, I brought in King Alico.
Off from that, bro.
Oh, you was there? Yeah, that thing was.
Man, you know I was in the building.
Bro, honestly, man, it was one of the best. It was the best concert that I ever put on.
Nice.
Period. It was
Oh,
dope.
Bro, I just want to give you kudos and thanks on behalf of the community, man, for
Yeah,
the work
man.
that you have done, work that you will do, work that you're doing.
Yeah.
If you don't do anything else, man, you'll definitely blaze a trail for you. So I just want to give you a props on that tip. You got any more questions, man? You got it done? Right, man. Any announcements for the fathers out there? We ain't get really talking. We ain't go too much better. This is even better, man.
Man,
Masterclass today.
I put a link on the page. Well, I put it out there that I
Okay.
wanted to do this stuff for the fatherhood. I want people to start sending in nominees for a father, for a dad of the year.
Okay. I remember that.
Because I wanted to try and
But make sure they know how to access the page.
So if y'all go to Dad Can We Talk, it's been a post. It's probably down a little further now. That was like maybe a week ago, but I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna repost it.
Right.
So yeah, man. So if y'all know of any dads that you think should be the best, be nominated for best dad of the year. Might be your uncle, it could be your brother, it might be your dad, your granddad, whoever. D King. Yeah.
I want to talk to you about
Jerkin.
Hey, I want to ask you that, D King. What's just if you have any general thoughts on fatherhood in our community, whatever case it is. Any general thoughts on that?
Man, we need more men stepping up, bro. Unfortunately, we're living in a time, man, where I'm just call it how it is, man. Black men are being snatched up, bro. We're being taken out. There's an attack on black men, period, man, and it's one of the toughest things to be. I don't know if it's tougher than being a black woman, but it's tough. You know what I mean? And so we have a community that, and I'm not just talking about games, I'm talking about just America.
Right.
Not even just America, like shoot, out anywhere, you know what I'm saying? Where it's almost like you being a black man is a criminal thing, and so when our jail systems are full of brothers and opportunities become lease and lease, and when you filling out an application and because your name is Daquan, not Billy, you know what I'm saying, it may not get the same recognition. What I'm saying is like opportunities, like you gotta make it, you know what I'm saying? You can't just
That's real, man.
It's tough. I'm trying to figure out how to say this, man, because again, everyone has an excuse.
Yeah.
Everyone has a right to complain, and everyone has a reason to complain.
I love when you said that.
You know what I'm saying? I have a reason. I have a million reasons to complain, bro, but I have to overcome my complaints with belief and hope and optimism for the future, and not just like sit back and just be mad at the fact that this world don't care about me. You know what I'm saying? And I would love to speak to every other brother out there and say, hey, look, you got to have that same mentality. Yeah, I know it's tough. Yeah, I know it's hard. Yeah, I know they don't care about you. But you got children that look up to you. You got nephews and nieces that need you in their life, And so you gotta take that bull by the horn, and you gotta fight through whatever hell you're facing, because it's not about you. You know what I mean? So for every brother out there, man, every father out there, I just want to let you know, man, you got to push through. You got to push through, not just for you, man, but for your children, for your bloodline, for your legacy. And yeah, it's gonna be hard. Yeah, it's tough, man. But we come from slaves. We come from people who were made into slaves, and they made it through that. You know what I'm saying? And so you got that in your blood. And if that's in your blood, and you got something to pull from, fight through that mug and make something of yourself.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Lastly, man, if you could, man, shout the church out, shout your pastor out.
Oh, shout out to man Ken Clayton, Pastor Ken Clayton, man, Alive Church, man. Shout out to Archer Church, man, Pastor Green. Shout out to Showers of Blessing, Pastor King. Hey, shout out to Pastor Maxwell. Shout out to Pastor Will.
You related to Willie King?
Yeah, man, that's my uncle, man.
I figured that.
Yeah, man.
I think that big.
Nah, yeah, that's my uncle, man. Showers of Blessing, that's my uncle, man. Shout out to the pastor of the well, man, Pastor Natron, man. That's a lot of good churches out there. LA, yeah. Yeah, from Backwoods to Archer, yeah. Archer, Florida, man. Shout out to Archer, Florida in the building, man. Yeah, man, make some noise. I want to distort the microphone, get your attention. LA in the building. Hey, bro, if I'm in California, if I'm in Miami, no matter where I'm at, bro, I'm telling people about Archer, bro. People be looking at me crazy, bro. I was in Indiana, I was telling them about Archer. Archer, what's Archer?
What is Archer?
Man, if it wasn't for Archer, I wouldn't be here.
That's real, bro.
My origin story.
That's one thing. I grew up in Newberry, man. Like when you grew up in the little cities, but you take pride in it.
You gotta take
man.
pride in it. You got to,
this, baby.
Cause if you don't, man, they make you feel like you ain't nobody. Cause you from nowhere. I ain't from nowhere. From Maxine and Wilford Baker.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's what's up, bro. It's been a pleasure, man, bro.
Bet.
You got a home up here, man. Anytime you need something, man, please feel free, man. Shout out to my homie, man, Mr. Rashad Ray for holding it down, man. On that, can we talk 2 o'clock every Saturday? We usually do an hour, man. Today we did about an hour and a half, but hey, that in the church world, I'm sure that happens all the time. The pastor say,
first closing, second closing, third closing. You know what I'm saying? Right now we on our 4th closing.
That's crazy. Hey, man, see y'all next week, man. WBT 94 FM. We're going to end the show with My Lane, with Glass Houses. Oh, y'all keep it locked, man. D King in the building, y'all. Shoot.
That's it, man. Y'all thank y'all for sticking around with your boy, man. No, appreciate it.
Well, that's that fire right there.
Like that one.
I promise. Well, I was at work yesterday. I had them earphones in. While I was in another world.
Listen, man, you gotta hear that whole project, man. It's called Imperfect.
And it's on. What can I say?
Everywhere, bro. It's called Imperfect People. Just Google it right now.
I gotta get that one.
Yeah, man. It's
See, I be like
I
a
tell
song
people
like that right there, boy.
Yeah, that's my grown album, bro. That's my album, man, for the grown ups, bro. Y'all gotta get out. I gave y'all my best.
You get the thing, man. Let me know if y'all ever need something, bro.
Real talk.
Sundays we do most of our gospel music.
Yeah.
I play you out the week, ain't no thing, but I'm saying, if there's ever anything like y'all boys ever had any ideas on doing anything, come to speaking, something like that, just give me a little notice, man, and I'll probably hook it up on Sundays. I know it's hard. It's hard to do like shows on Sundays, with Christian people because they be in church.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's the crazy
what
part.
You have
like,
to do is like
so hard
what
for
Magic used to do back in the day. They play like early in the morning. No, they play early in the morning. So while they was getting ready for church.
Right,
you
on
know
the way to
saying?
church.
Yeah, so you do like a 8, 9 a.m.
Well, we do a show on Sundays. I pointed up here this guy. He was a good guy, Johnson. You might know his family. But anyway, he does gospel hip hop on Sundays. Okay. But I would rather do a gospel talk show. I can talk.
Yeah.
You know this is hip hop.
Yeah,
I'm a hip hop director, but
you want to talk? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me too.
I don't see the sense in us. Like I was telling my homie earlier, like.
You don't know why I do what I do, I ain't you. We all gotta cross the blood. I ain't trying to carry two. So why don't you handle yours and I handle mine and we'll make it through. I say I'm perfect, you know I ain't perfect. I got my issues, couple of those on my side like a pistol. Will tell you about it, but that ain't your business. Just know that I'm dealing with, you know my weakness. I said I ain't perfect. I got my issues, couple of those on my side like a pistol. Will tell you about it, but that ain't your business. Just know that I'm dealing with, you know my weakness. That's here with your fitness. Cause y'all can begin to say, hold it up, rest, you feel like I get it. Killing this bitch with the bitches and keep coming back, so I just keep repenting. No days off, no sleeping. Let the word like a cap, no tripping. On wall, my sight, I'm different. If it into my lane, I ain't switching. If it into my lane, I ain't switching. I'ma stay in my lane, pay attention. I've been whipping up the bird in the kitchen. Came back with a whole new vision. Came back with a whole new mission. Trying to get to the ones who get it. You don't get it, just in my business. You don't get it, just in my Who made you the judge of my life? You don't even know what I've been through, what I had to go through to get by. What did you when I was on flat road? Now you wanna kick it like a field goal. Say, King, you don't wanna hide it with me. I done gave up, but sell it out. So I don't need your accolades, your attaboys. I've been attaboy since 03. Cut that shit, no beat. I'm old school like the OGs. Shut up and show me. In my lane, I'm low key, trying to grab me up, you know me. Nah, I don't really care the politics. And what you poppin' is a positive. Too many pessimistic parasites I can perpetrate like every imminent. I need patience, I need temperance. It's working in my lane with no consent. Best selling me the flex, so I got me wearing these.
Oh, dang, my bad. Let's just turn this off.